Hello, I'm going to be showing you how to properly wash your hands. So first you want to make sure everything is set up. So I have my little manicure stick right here that's on a paper towel that's ready for later. I have my paper towel set up. And then I'm going to make sure I don't have any rings or watches on. With rings, it gets debris, microorganisms underneath it, as well as a watch, so you just want to take them off to properly wash your hands. Other things that you want to consider is making sure that your body and your clothes are not touching the sink. This is to make sure that any organisms are not getting on your scrubs and then passing on to other patients. Another thing you want to make sure is while washing your hands is to not touch the inside of the sink because it's dirty and you might get your hands dirty again. And if so, then start the process all over again. Another thing is we're going to be using a paper towel to turn on the water. This is so that we don't touch the dirty sink. And then we also want to think about the temperature of the water. So you don't want it to be too cold and you don't want it to be too hot. So you want it to be a lukewarm to room temperature. This is because too cold is just not going to do the job. It's not going to wash the microorganisms off. And then too hot is going to chafe your skin. It can create little cuts and you do not want that. Okay, so we're going to turn on the water at room temperature with the paper towel. Okay, now we're going to throw this paper towel away because it is dirty. And then we're going to rinse our hands off, making sure we're always staying at below our elbows. This is so that when water comes, it doesn't fall down onto your hands and then contaminate them. So we're going to rinse our hands off. We're going to take 2 pumps of the soap. We're going to start doing circular motions with a friction. Friction is going to make sure that it's really getting that debris off. Not enough friction, so it's not going to do it. 10 circular motions onto the palm, 10 circular motions onto the back of your hand, and then the other side, the back of your hand, 10 circular motions. And then we're going to get in between those fingers, really getting some friction in there, and then your thumbs. Just really getting that. And then we're going to rinse the hands, making sure you're always staying on a downwards motion to get the debris off of them and into the sink and not onto your hands. Okay, next we're going to take more soap. We're going to be doing the motions, the 10, the 10, the 10. Then we're going to be doing your fingers, your thumbs, and then we're going to be doing the wrists this time, really using the circular motions, the friction. You want to do your wrists the second time because your hands have the most debris on them, and then once they're clean, you can clean your wrists, and then it won't get as much of the microorganisms and debris, and then really get them clean. We're going to rinse our hands off using the downward motion again, or like not, putting your hands down. Now we're going to take the manicure stick, and we're going to start to clean each and every one of our nails. You want to do this once daily. You want to make sure your nails are really clean. They can get a lot of debris underneath them. We're going to do each and every one of them. Okay, so next we're going to rinse off our hands, and then we're going to do this process again just without washing or doing the fingernails. So you're going to do 10, using friction, 10 again, make sure you're doing your fingers, your thumbs, and your wrists. Then we're going to be rinsing them again, making sure you're staying down so all that water is getting into the sink, not onto your hands, not onto your scrubs, making sure you're not touching the sink. And then, with a paper towel, you are going to turn off the water, throw that away because it was touching the sink. Get more paper towels, and now you're going to pat dry your hands. This is, you're not going to be rubbing your hands. Sorry, don't have the best setup here. You're not going to be rubbing your hands because it's just going to, it can chafe your hands, it can cut them. You just want to pat dry so that you're getting it dry, but you're not irritating your skin at all. Yeah, and then, I mean, usually I would have like a little dispenser. I would have these ready, but this is all I have. And that's pretty much it. So, good job.